Let's make a macrame bassinet slash crib together. Once you get your hardware done, we just took some dowel rods and some other wood, cut it to size, and made our own. Then I'm taking my 4mm rope here, and I'm going ahead and attaching one side using a lark's head knot, stretching across, and getting this width that I want. After that, I went ahead and added all of my cord to the dowel rods using lark's head knot. I do not have measurements for this since this was a trial and I had no idea how much to do or what design, so that's why I have no measurements for you. But here we are just going ahead and adding all that and starting on some diamonds. It took me about 6 spools of the 4mm natural cotton rope to create this detailed design for this bassinet. You could definitely use less if you're doing a more simple design. It just depends on you and what you want to do. Also, if you followed along on my Instagram, you know I had to take out my first design and start completely over because I was too particular and did not like how it was coming out. So, yeah, that happened. So next, after we have all of my cord added, I went ahead and did 7 half diamonds or upside down triangles. I started with 5 square knots up top, went to 4, 3, 2, 1, and I did this all the way around. I did 7 and 3 on the side because I like odd numbers better and I liked how that looked. So we went with that. After those triangles, I added 2 rows of double half hitch knots, as you can see here. Here's a closer look of the triangles that I was doing on the sides. And I continued this throughout the whole top of the macrame bassinet slash crib. If you do not know how to make double half hitch knots, I do have a tutorial, so make sure to check out my YouTube for a tutorial on how to do that. Now for the berry knots. So at the ends, I did not connect them. I left them standing open, and you can check out my Instagram to see a little bit detailed version of this. But we went ahead and did berry knots on all of the points. Now for everybody's favorite part, this is what we call the peekaboo diamonds. So basically you take the inside strands, as you can see I'm doing here, and you just pull them backwards and do double half hitch knots on your leading strand. It's pretty simple and it gives it a very unique, dramatic effect. Like I mentioned before, this is all a very trial and error bassinet slash crib. So we went with it and we forgot to record some steps. But for this section, we did go ahead and just crisscross our double half hitch knots, as you can see here. And we just stuck with one way that we were going to do it. So it looks flawless and even. So after the peekaboos, I went ahead and did a large square knot, gathered all those cords in the middle, did a large square knot around them, and then just continued with the double half hitch knots. I did this pattern for the rest of the bassinet because I wanted to keep it very simple. Now time to make the wood part for the bottom. So as you can see here, we got it all measured, figured out how many holes we wanted to drill in our wood, and got to cutting, got to drilling some holes, curving the edges, smoothing everything, sanding everything, finishing everything to make it very nice for baby. A lot of math work, and I'm thankful that I had somebody else who likes to do math and somebody who is definitely a professional. But for sure, this was a very, very fun part of the whole project. Waited about 2 weeks, finally got it, and was super excited to just feel the quality and softness. Time to thread all of this macrame through these holes. So I found using a crochet hook was the easiest way. So I take a couple strands and pull it through and just continued this whole process. We also measured out how many cords we wanted to go through each hole, etc., and just did this till we were completely done. Finally, we got it all pulled through, and now it's time to do the bottom. I kept going back and forth on what I wanted to do, and eventually just decided on a tassel. So this is what we did. We did a gathering knot here, as you can see, and that was it. That's exactly how I made my bassinet, and super simple. I would love to see if you guys make your own. If you do something different, let me know, and like and subscribe. Comment down below any questions you might have. That way I can answer them for you.